About that time when the sun peeks through, grab your coffee, we got a story for you. It's roll call time, so don't be late. Lester's got muffins and a whole lot to say. It's Longhorn Lester's, pull up a seat where cows get treats and life is sweet. If you janks it up, don't be concerned, it ain't broke, it's just Maru, you'll learn. He'll talk to a donkey like an old-time friend and tell you a tale that might never end. But mind your manners, his kitchen is cooking. If you don't like it, well, you can get to stepping. Longhorn Lester, he's all heart and charm, in a side-by-side with open arms. The work and the laughs, they never end, 'cause everything is funner and gooder with friends. Up every roll call that starts, he's a ranching soul with a big tender heart. And if you're lucky enough to tune in each day, you'll see how to live the Longhorn Lester way.
A fun video. Hey friends, hi to hello. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday evening, and thank you for jumping on here so late. Now, Molly, I see you, and I also think that I saw Miss Vanessa. I see Billy. Ladies, go to bed. Please, you don't have to be up late just because I am. I just got back from my son's football game. And of course, you guys know that we're nearing the end of his football season, and then we'll start basketball. So, so I'll be driving. I'll be getting home late on Tuesdays for a while, and then we'll do soccer. And you guys who have kids or had kids, you know the drill, and you know they won't be kids forever. I got some good news. If I don't, yes. Did Lester just send me to bed? Yes, I did. I sent you to bed, Vanessa. You live on the East Coast, and if it's late for me, I know it's even later for you. So by all means, you're welcome to stay. But what I'm saying is don't feel an obligation to. You guys know that we do not take roll call. All right. Lex did win, and let me show you a little video clip from his game. Lex plays wide receiver. And for those who know a little bit about American football, you have different positions. You have offense and you have defense. And Lex is a starter on offense as wide receiver. And so normally his team does not throw the ball a lot. But when it's third down and they have a long ways to go, I love the fact that they'll sometimes call Lex's number because he's Mr. Reliable. And if you know what I mean by that is Lex can catch balls that a lot of other kids can't. And I'm so proud of him for that. Let me show you an example. I got two plays here that I'll play for you. Let me brag about my kid just for a minute, just for a quick minute, okay? So I want you to notice the kid in the middle of the screen. I know you can't see my mouse, but watch. Right there, number 13. And then if you don't mind, can anybody see it clear enough to count how many black uniforms are around him? Count the number of guys that's all around him. And my poor kid has to go up high, and he has to extend himself out and catch that ball, which makes him very, very vulnerable through here. And he made that catch, and I'm so very proud of him. Because listen to me, a lot of kids can't do that. I was talking to Uncle Dan I'll sometimes send video clips to Uncle Dan or Shirtless Jake. Of course, LE was with me, and all of us, Dusty, we've all played football in school, buddy. But listen to me, none of us, I can't think of any of us, my brother or my nephews, who ever had the guts to go do stuff like that. Now I know, ladies, that this is more of a guy thing, but listen to me. It takes laser sharp focus to not only run that pass route, but to keep your eye on the quarterback when he throws that ball, to forget all of those guys around you. There's 4 or 5 guys who their job is to knock your lights out, okay? I'm sorry, they're headhunters, and their job is to knock your lights out. And for Lex to go up and catch that pass, and guys, he has done it in every game this season. I don't always have as clear a video, and I've been letting LE video a lot lately. LE's enjoying going live, and I don't want to take away from him. But I'll tell you what, that was something. But if you think that that was nice, watch this next one, okay? Let me get that back on here. Let me get back up here. Here we go. Same play, same route. This is like my son's go-to route. But watch this catch.
Get it!
Okay. Did you happen to see how low he had to reach and grab that ball? That thing was right on the ground. I want to go real slow with it here. Let me back up a little bit. So you can see number 13 coming across the middle. And if you'll just take a snapshot of this scene right here, you see 2 guys on one side who are they're watching him, and there's one guy who's coming this way towards him, and they're all converging right there. And that quarterback lets go of that ball, but watch Lex. Lex never takes his eye off the ball. He's right there in the middle. Ball's coming. It's low. It's low. Here comes the ball. And watch. He has to stop, turn around back behind him, pick the ball almost off the ground, and then try to make something happen. Anyway, I was just so very proud of him. So please don't not allow me to brag on my son. But they did win the game. I'm very proud of those guys. They did win the game. They are now 3 wins, 3 losses for the season, and they only have 1 more game to go. And so we're hoping they can win next week. It'll be his last game. He's excited because they get to play at the high school. And what they play at the high school, that means they can play on artificial turf. And oh boy, every young football player's dream is to play on turf. And most players can't play on turf, artificial turf, the real pretty stuff, until they maybe get to high school. But many high schools don't even have turf. And so once in a while, you'll go to a high school that has some money, and they'll play on some artificial turf. And boy, Lex is excited about that. He gets to play on turf next week. So it will be his last game. So we absolutely hope that he's does well. I have. Thank you for the compliment. Someone goes, Lester, you've been blessed with 2 really wonderful sons. And I absolutely have. Both are very passionate about things. Both are very gifted. Ellie has a relationship with Jesus, and he will profess his love for Jesus Christ and witness to anybody and everybody who he has a chance to. Lex is a little bit more reserved. I take that back. LE is actually the most reserved. Lex is a little bit more shy as far as people, but the way Lex says, and some of you guys will get this, Lex has a lot of riz. Riz. Do y'all know what the heck I'm saying? I don't even know how he spells it. But this is what Lex has. Riz. And I'm probably saying it wrong. Where'd it go? Lex calls it Riz. Am I saying that wrong? Does anyone know how to spell that word? Uh-oh. Whoops. Jennifer Spencer says, it's R-I-Z-Z. It's what the kids are saying, y'all. It's what the kids are saying. He got Riz, okay? He is a Riz. I don't know exactly what it means. Swag straight up. Now that's from my generation, y'all. Yes, we know about swag, okay? Charisma. Oh my God, no. Scott, who did that? Carrie, you need to get, oh my God. They're calling that brain rot. But Lex carries himself with, he has a lot of charm. And I'm going to also say he's quite the ladies' man, okay? He is quite the ladies' man. Oh boy. So Lex and Ellie differ in some ways, and they are also so much alike in others. Both are very smart, okay? But yeah, Timmy Tough Knuckles. You remember that? You guys are so good. Hey, I want to talk real fast about the video that happened today. The 3 o'clock video. And it was a video that I made. I don't really know where my head was at when I made the video. On one hand, I woke up that morning a little bit, jawed because of, I kind of think that there were some folks who were kind of mean to Jamie the night before. And then when I went to defend Jamie, they got mean to me. And then I kind of woke up in a lousy mood, and I made this video, and I called some people out for being just backstabbing, betraying, and mean and nasty. And then I got that email, and I shared that email, and it made me feel better to know that, you know what, I might not be for everybody, but I know I'm here for somebody, and I know my worth, and I know my value. And I felt ashamed of myself for letting it get to me and letting you see it get to me, because I know that there's some people who get a rise out of seeing someone else fall. And boy, I tell you what, guys, I've just been all over the place. And then, not yet, Stella. Stella wants to come in. And then I got an email this afternoon. And I want to tell you something. And I want you to think about this for a minute. Now, listen to me. A lady who we all love dearly on the channel. I don't know if I should say her name, but I don't know if I'm kind of thinking that it was probably not an email that was meant for everybody, but I want to share it with you if you don't mind. She says, Lester, I'm Israeli. Israel. I'm an Israeli. And she goes, you talk about the people who hate and those who are mean to you and those who are nasty to you and Jamie. She goes, and it bothers me tremendously. She goes, but could I tell you my story? And she goes, you know that 2 years ago today, Hamas come across the border into Israel and butchered, just murdered, killed, slaughtered women, children, men, the elderly, took hundreds of hostages. And she said that even here we are 2 years later, and they still, she goes, half the countries of the world will not condemn that attack, or they want to look the other way. They want to forget and just not acknowledge what happened. She goes, they allow flags to be burnt. She goes, people will spit in our faces. They have rallies that turn violent. And she goes, and no one wants to talk about it. She says she has friends who have loved ones who passed in all of that. And she says, here we are 2 years later, and very few networks will even talk about it. The world wants to act like it never happened. And she says, she goes, I understand that how you feel, Lester, about people being mean and being nasty. She goes, but there's a whole lot worse forms of hate in this world. She goes, you're not getting people spitting in your faces. They're not burning your flag right in front of you. They're not waiting outside your car, hitting and throwing things against your vehicle that you're driving down the road just because of who you are or where you're from. And then if I didn't already feel a punch in my gut from my own self, that really gave me a knockout blow. That gave me just the knockout blow, because she's right, y'all. The lady's right. We have this horrible, it's the most inhumane ever. And guys, this is not political. This doesn't matter. This is either you're a human or you're a monster. If there's anybody who can condone and completely be okay with what happened 2 years ago in Israel, with babies being burnt to death, alive, being burnt alive, and all of the atrocities, and people act like, it's an ongoing, it's an ongoing issue. It's just kind of going back and forth with those folks. No. You see, that's the whole thing we've been talking about. You see things with your eyes, but you're so scared to talk. And it's just a sad and a horrible situation. And so today, I just want to remind that lady that I apologize for having the pity party for myself, the poor me, when in reality, there's a lot of people in this world, not only in Israel, but in a lot of countries around the world, even here, who are persecuted every day. And they go through a whole lot harder times than poor Lester. All right. So I apologize for having my moment, my little feel sorry for myself moment. Okay. And just know that I stand with Israel, and I feel absolutely horrible for what happened with all of that. And I'm not a Republican, and I'm not a Democrat, but I'm just a man, a human. All right. Okay. I wanted to talk about that. So anywho, I do got some, thank you all so very much for appreciating that video, and for the sweet lady who wrote the email and shared that. She actually followed it up. She also watched the video, and she followed up that with some more information that that it was touching to her to read your comments. So I know I did not talk about her name, because once again, I didn't know if some people want to have their stories shared, but I thought it was too powerful of a story not to share it. Okay. So, but anyway, I'm going to, if you don't mind, go ahead and kind of like change the topic now. And I'm going to ask you guys to remember that this is not a political channel. And what I talked about was an atrocity in human rights and the human element. So I'm not here to talk Republican, Democrat, BS. Okay. So I'm going to ask you politely not to start. There's a lot of channels that love that kind of dialogue. Not here. So yes, I do got some gifts and goodies. I swung by the house today and got the mail, and of course did my things. And if you don't mind, I thought since I wasn't able to be here before dark to take you out and about with me, I could at least open some gifts here, if you don't mind. All right. Oh, so Carla K says, wait, did I miss the poll on Dolly's baby? No, No. So I thought that I made that very clear. Maybe not. But today, my noon video was about Dolly's baby. And I asked everybody to offer up your name suggestions. And then we were going to have the moderators and myself have a peek through those. And maybe by tomorrow, have the community tab will be open for you guys to vote. Now, tomorrow is not the day to suggest your names. That is today. All right. And tomorrow I will actually put a poll up. It'll be more of a vote, and we will take our 4 final names, our 4 finalist names, and we're going to stick those on there, and it will be an official vote. Okay, an official vote. And then if you're wondering how we're going to narrow down the 4, I'm pretty sure that you guys already know. I think that almost anybody who looks through the comments can tell already who are the 4 names that are just popping out all over the place. I thought it was cute what Mr. Bill wrote. Let me find that real fast, if you don't mind. Mr. Bill, I think I pinned it. I think I pinned his comment. I don't know how to find it, though. Bill. Hey, Miss Vanessa, you're very tech savvy. Can you find Mr. Bill's comment and stick it up here? Maybe like take Mr. Bill. I think I pinned it. And if you can find it, Miss Vanessa, just copy and paste it to your name, and I'll stick it up here. Now, it's lengthy, y'all. It's lengthy. But I thought it was really cute what Mr. Bill said, okay? And if you can't find it, Vanessa, don't worry. I can kind of paraphrase it. I just don't know if I can find it. I'm trying to find Vanessa. Vanessa, it was on the actual video, and it was in the comments section. It was the noon video. It was in the comments section, and I'm pretty sure that I pinned it to be at the very top. At the very top. And it was on the naming video. So Vanessa's going to go look for that. And but listen, I'm not trying to say that you have to vote for Mr. Bill's suggestion. But what I am saying is I love the way Mr. Bill took the time to explain why he liked the name. And I will say this. Vanessa, while you're there, she may be gone. Can anybody else go find me how many people liked Mr. Bill's comment? His name is Bill. I forgot his last name. One of the few guys who watches the channel, but he's a very regular guy. And he explained it, y'all, in great detail. I'm just eyeballing. I don't want to miss any comments. But I'll tell you what. Lester did pin it, so it has been pinned. Hey, salty brat. Guys, look at here. So Lisa C is going to help me over here. Lisa C says there are 333 likes on his name suggestion. So I'm going to tell you right now, I do not know. Thank you, Gene. I don't know who's going to actually win this thing. But I'll tell you what, his name suggestion will absolutely be one of them. Okay, it got texted to me. Okay, Vanessa. All right, Vanessa, that's cute, baby. I'll do it that way, Vanessa. What I'm going to do is send this, airdrop this to my computer so you can all see it. That's a great idea, Vanessa. That is a great idea. That's a wonderful idea. So, guys, I'm going to stick Mr. Bill's comment right over here. And then we can all read it together. And Bill, I don't think Bill's on here right now. I haven't seen him. He's probably in bed. I don't blame him. Okay. Now, just bear with me. This is Mr. Bill. I know I'm not female, so we get overlooked 95% of the time. But with your humor, I think Madison is the only perfect name for the new calf. Dolly Madison snack cakes and ice cream. Dolly is the mom, and Madison, they just go together if you think about it. Dolly Madison also saved a version of the Declaration of Independence along with George Washington's portrait and other important papers as she fled the White House during the British invasion in Washington, D.C. in 1814, during the War of 1812. She ensured the preservation of these national treasures from being destroyed or captured by the advancing British troops. See? At least I gave you the full story behind the name, Lester. So Dolly is the mom, and Bill wants to name that baby Madison. Dolly Madison. Not just for the snack cakes and not just for the ice cream, but because there's historical significance behind the name. Okay? So if you notice there, looky there at the number of likes on Mr. Bill's comment. So you see those 333 likes? So what my moderators can do, we can take and we can organize our comments into likes. We can sort of like categorize them. And we'll be able to real fast find out what types of names are popping up a lot more than the others. And then so what we'll do is, guys, so we're not going to be able to vote on every single name you're suggesting. We're going to pick out the most popular 4. It's kind of like if you're having an election, you have your primaries and you narrow it down to your final few. So this is like the primaries. We're just going to narrow it down. And by tomorrow, we will put that poll up and we'll all have a chance to vote. And so if you're still unsure of how to go to the community tab, I was pretty clear, I think, in my explanation of how to use that tab, how to find it. Okay. Yes. Carla K says, hey, no hanging chads allowed. For all of you in Florida. Oh my God. How many of y'all love Florida, but you did not love Florida during all of that time? How many of y'all love Florida right now? We love us some Florida, y'all. We love Florida. Okay, don't be mad, Florida. We love you. But during that particular era, we didn't like you guys very much. Because how in the world can a whole bunch of Floridians not be more careful in voting? Okay. Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Guys, the hanging chads. Chads. Oh my God. Y'all forgot about this? Okay. I don't want to give you an entire history lesson here, but it was the most embarrassing thing ever. And I'm not saying it's the old people. I am not saying it's old people, guys. I'm old myself. Don't forget, I'm also a senior, okay? Mel said, that makes you old, Lester. Yes, it does, okay? It makes me old. But it makes Carla K old too. And anyone that knows what I'm talking about is also old, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take that down now, okay? That's cute. And thank you, Bill, for your name suggestion, for reminding us of a little American history, reminding us of snack cakes and ice cream, and the fact that sometimes people don't always give us men much attention. We're kind of overlooked on this channel, ladies. Y'all overlook us men 95% of the time. Bill called you out on it, okay? Bill called you out on it. Was that the Gore versus Bush recount? Okay. So Al Gore, I think his name was Al Gore, and it was George Bush. And I don't know if that was the first Bush or the second Bush, but it was one of the Bushes. Guys, can we keep a straight face when we say Bush? Please. We're not middle school kids here. Okay. Thank you. It was the second Bush, okay? It was the second Bush. It was Bush Jr. Okay. Anyway, it was one of the it was one of the bushes. It was one of the bushes, y'all. It was one of them bushes, okay? But listen, bottom line is there was this election. And whereas most folks go to the polls with a pencil and they just scratch in who they're voting for, and then the Scantron machine can read all them pencil marks, Florida had something else. Ricardo goes, hey, there's more men on this channel, Lester. Yes, Ricardo, there's 95% of the channel is a bunch of women, though, Ricardo, so we're way outnumbered. We got to be real careful. Be real careful, Ricardo, because they'll come at you. They're going to come at us. No, it wasn't Jeb Bush. It was not Jeb Bush. It was it was an actual election for president. I believe it was for president. But it was so close. The election was so close that it could not be determined who the winner was. And it came down to one state, the state of Florida. All right. So that's how close the election was this year. It came down to one state was going to decide it all. The state of Florida. Yeah, Florida, y'all. We love Florida, y'all. Now, listen, the problem is in Florida, they didn't have the little pencil ballots like we all use. They had some kind of a little punching machine. Like you get a bunch of old people in there just trying to like push buttons, you know, like just pushing like the slot machines, like a bunch of slot machine pushers, just like pushing buttons to play. And they didn't push the buttons hard enough. And so when you push the button, the little shad or the little paper should pop out. It'll like pop out. And it leaves a little hole in the paper. And these old people, they weren't pushing hard enough. They're like barely tapping it. And so it was really, really hard for the machine to read the ballots. And there was these little pieces of paper that were just hanging, the hanging chads. Y'all think I'm making this up. I am not creating this, y'all. I'm not making this story up. How would I even, who could just create this crazy ass story like this, okay? No one could just create a story like this. Bottom line is they had a bunch of other old people that they had to come in and count the ballots. And so all we saw on the news were these old people doing this. How many know that I'm not lying? How many can say Lester's not lying, y'all? It was the craziest thing ever. All you saw was a bunch of old timers like doing this. Like they would take every ballot, and there's millions of ballots, and they're just trying to do this, and they're trying to figure out, is that shad, that piece of paper, is it really been punched, or is it just kind of like dangling there? Oh, it was crazy. Now, I'll ask you one last question. How long did it take the Floridians to finally count those things, y'all? And I'm not making fun of you, Florida. I love you. I love you. I'll maybe one day go live there when I'm really, really, really old. So I don't know, but I think it took months, y'all. It took months for those old timers to count those ballots. Yay. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay, guys. I'm a senior. Many of y'all are seniors. And you know what? The old gray mares, we just ain't what we used to be, okay? Well, if you live in Florida, I'm asking for an invite. Someone give me a place to stay. I'll take you to dinner. I promise. It'll be my treat. I'll take you to dinner. All right? But I need to see some ocean. And some white sand. If you can find me some ocean and some white sand. I'm not really into the whole Miami scene. I'd rather avoid the Miami area. I kind of want to go. I don't care if it's the Gulf side or the Atlantic side. I just need to see some pretty sand. All right. Tampa sounds wonderful. Tampa sounds amazing. I think that the most beautiful city in all of Florida, though, is a place called, is it called Naples? Has anyone ever heard of a place called Naples? Naples, Florida. So Destin has the white sands. So I have been to Florida, and I'm pretty sure that my most favorite city as far as the look of the town was a place called Naples. So, all right, well, listen, let me go ahead and get the move on. I've been talking about Bush for way too long. Guys, sometimes you start talking about some things and it just holds, yeah. Gore and Bush. We've talked about Gore and Bush way too long. Longhorn Lesters. Well, there's nothing to say who it's from, but guys, this appears to be another type of funnel for Caroline's Babas. Looky here. Look at this. Look at this. Look, isn't this wonderful? Just put it over the top of the Baba, put the milk in. There you go, right down the hole. There's not a name to say thank you, but I appreciate you very, very much. Michelle says, y'all just save some room for Jesus. Lord, Lord. I know, Michelle, right? Right? That's a very nice gift. Whoever sent that, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Okay, this next gift comes to, it's to the girls. It's to the girls. Hold on a minute. Oh, y'all looky here. This is our sweet friend, Julie. Lester, you're doing so much with Jamie gone. Please buy yourself some gumbo. Well, Julie, I would, but here's the problem. That means I have to drive over to the casino. I don't think I should go to the casino alone because that's not going to look right. Okay? So some things just don't look right. How many of y'all agree that if you saw me out and about, it would just not look right if you saw me out and about at the casino alone? Do you agree? Don't y'all agree with that? It's kind of like Jamie and her ex-boyfriend, Plumber, walking around and around and around and around, digging through leaves, moving a few limbs, maybe having to clear out a little bush of their own. I don't know. Oh, y'all didn't watch her video tonight. Y'all didn't watch Jamie's live. Cindy, take it back. Cindy, you take it back. Delete your comment right now. Cindy, delete your comment right now. Where's she at? Don't you moderators do it. We're going to let Cindy delete her own comment because she's coming at me. Cindy, everyone and their mother knows I'm playing right now. Everyone and their mother knows that I'm playing. This is my way of joke and humor. Darn it, I do believe that Ahmad already took care of her. Cindy, you need to save some room for Jesus because what I'm doing is I'm playing. How many of y'all know that that's how I play? Well, not Cindy. You see, Cindy is more than likely somebody who's been shaded. Shaded. Oh, jaded. Oh, jaded. I'm so sorry that you've been jaded, okay? But I'm playing with Jamie and her ex-boyfriend, the plumber. Yes, who they had to go digging around and around the yard. Cindy thinks I'm being mean to Jamie. My God. Cindy. This here comes to the girls, okay? Something for the girls. Now, the girls are right outside that door. No, what I was saying is, though, I just don't think it would be right for me to go over to that casino by myself. And I'm going to tell y'all something that you might not know. Julie, do you know this already? Do you guys know that around the casino, there's not just men and women playing the slots, right? Do you know who else works the casinos pretty hard? Can anybody in the comments tell us who else works the casinos pretty hard? If you know what I mean. Okay. So here they come. Here comes the comments, y'all. Here comes the comments. Hey, could we keep it classy? Could we keep it classy? Could y'all not use the classy name for these ladies? Escorts. Escorts, y'all. They're called escorts or models. They're escorts and models, okay? Escorts and models. They frequent the casinos, and that's why I have to stay very close to Jamie when we go, because those escorts and models, they always want to model for you, okay? They just want to model for you so bad. And I'm like, I'm not looking for a model tonight. Thank you very much, okay? Business girls hang around the casinos. And so I show up over at the casino and to get me some gumbo. No one's going to believe me. Okay, I can promise you that. There's no one going to believe me that I'm there for the gumbo. Okay. Hold on. Y'all didn't know that? Hoochie mamas. Oh, someone says they don't hang out at the Indian casinos. The hell they don't. The hell they don't. I don't mean to be cursing so bad. Listen, the heck they don't. The heck they don't. Next time I go, I know I should not put my cell phone out, but I'll make a video of all the hoochies at the Indian casino to show you that it's not just Vegas casinos where the working girls go to make a few dollars, okay? Them girls go to the Indian casinos too. All right? Forrest says those girls will go wherever there's money. I think that you're right. They'll go wherever there's money. Rebecca says, take some friends with you. Fine. Is there anybody who lives in the area who wants to go eat some gumbo with me? Anybody live in the area who wants to go have some gumbo with me? We go as a group where we're safer that way. Guys, I don't think you call them lot lizards. Those are the girls, the working girls at the truck stops. Now, these girls, they actually dress up. And these girls walk inside the casinos and they look very pretty. They're very classy looking. Because there's different levels of working girl. Y'all do know that. Different levels of working girls. There's your very high class working girls. There's your mid-range working girls. Then you got those lower levels. Then you got the just back alley lot lizards. All right. Different levels of professionalism, y'all. Can we just say it the way it is? These women are on different levels of professionalism. Okay. Anyway, so we got a gift. It's from Linda, and she goes to Trixie. So this here comes to Trixie. Let's see what it is. Let's see what we got for Trixie girl. Brenda says, please take Ben. Hell no. I will not take Ben. Oh, boy. I heard it. There's a squeaky in here somewhere. All right, it's right there in the tail end. All right, I will let Trixie in a few minutes. Listen, I made the girls stay inside here while I was gone to my son's game. And I told little Chris, when he come to do a couple of chores, I says, let the dogs out and then put them back in before you leave. So little Chris came over, let the dogs out, let them back in, but I want them to be out for a little bit, okay? I want the dogs to be out for a little bit. All right, so that's for Trixie. I'll hand it off to her whenever she comes back in. Thank you so very much. Just a couple more, guys, just a couple more. This here comes to Trixie, Millie, Fiona, Christmas, and Ritzy. I wonder if it's from the same lady. Yes, it's from Miss Linda. Okay, Miss Linda has sent a couple of more things. Boy, she's really hooking the girls up tonight. These Miss Linda is really, look at that. Now we got a couple of them. Guys, these girls are going to be going crazy when they come back inside the RV. They're going to come inside the JL Motel, and this place is going to be a rocking and a squeaking. And you're all going to say, show us your hands, Lester. Show us your hands. These are cute. So thank you so much, sweet lady. You know what? Let's go ahead and let the girls in right now and hand off these little gifts, shall we? Y'all want to watch? All right, make some room. I'm going to make some room so y'all can see. All right, I think you can see right there. Just ignore the dog food. Come on, girls. I got some stuff for y'all. Come here, Stella. Look, baby. You want a toy? You want one of these toys, sweetie? Here. Look, sweetie. Look, Chrissy. Christmas. Look. Okay, Chrissy, go get it. Go get it. Trixie, look. Look. Whatever. Go get them, girls. Go get them. Go get them toys. Go get them. Okay. Well, the girls have the toys. They may or they may not get to squeaking on them. You never know with these girls what they're going to play with, okay? But they've been offered the toys, okay? Someone says, "Not tonight, Daddy." Actually, sometimes they will. They'll surprise you. They just want to love me right now. They've been away from Dad for too long. Now, this comes to Lester Morrow from William, and he's in New York. New York? Okay, what do we have here? William in New York sends, oh, guys, this actually looks a little bit familiar. And I think many of you may have seen one just like it recently. And the one that we were gifted last time had a broken handle. Look, y'all. Look how beautiful that is. What is that? This is really nice. It is a coffee mug. And there's no note, but the name on the box did say from William. So thank you, Mr. William. Yeah, William. And he's in Solvay, New York. I'm probably saying that wrong. Solvay, New York. Thank you, Mr. William. Y'all think that's the same guy as Bill? Do y'all think that William is Bill and Bill is William? So if you remember, we had received two of these a while back, and they came, and one of them had a broken handle over here. Remember that? This one here doesn't. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Okay. Guys, I promise I'm almost done. To Lester Morrow. It's a hat. There's a note. Enjoy this gift. I saw it and I thought about you. I have to thank you, though, for the greatest gift you give of your time and your love. Oh, your time and love. Retired, 2025. Not my problem anymore. You have helped me so much and have given me an escape every single day. Thank you, Lester. From Andrew. Andrew, bud. Thank you, Andrew. That's very kind of you. And I appreciate the cap. Retired, 2025. It's not my problem anymore. It's a wonderful hat. Just beautiful. Thank you. All right, Andrew, your gift has been received. And I appreciate it. And then I love the fact that Mr. Andrew says that he appreciates the gift that I give to him, which is an escape. And that was sort of very similar to the lady who wrote the letter today, the email that I did in my 3 o'clock video, talking about she appreciates the escapes that we gave not only to her, but to her dad, who was struggling with dementia. And the fact that it gave her and her dad something to talk about. Because, guys, I'm going to ask you, and I only have my mom's dad, who I did not live with and take care of. But I'll ask you of this, and I'm not trying to bring up any hard memories, so you don't have to talk about it. But I sometimes wonder if you have a loved one who has dementia and they have a hard time remembering things. Don't you think that maybe it would be easier to talk about things that you see in the present instead of trying to make them remember the past that they can't remember? Now, I'm just making this out of my head. I may not know what I'm talking about. I may not know what I'm saying. But just for a moment, imagine that. You love somebody and you're watching them struggle through dementia. So you know that if you bring up things that happened in the past, you're probably going to be let down, that they're not going to remember those same trips that you've taken. If you bring up relatives or friends or family, they might not know who you're talking about. So instead, what this sweet lady did who wrote to me was she and her dad would sit down and watch the videos together. Him lying in his hospital bed and her right there beside him. And as they're watching the videos together, she could stop and talk about the videos. Look at Lester taking those big birds with them bulls. Daddy, he put them ostriches with those big bulls. And her dad would sit there and chuckle about stuff. Daddy, look how dirty Gemma is. And her dad would laugh at Gemma for being so dirty. Look at that Rita's being so spicy. And her dad would laugh about Rita being so spicy. And she would sit there with her dad every night and watch her Lester video. And she and her dad would talk about the babies, the Carolines and the calves and the birds and all of the things. And that was the only time through the day that she says her dad would show any emotions whatsoever. Laughter, smiles, joy. He understood what he was seeing right then. And that was to her not only a chance for her to talk and spend time with her dad, but it gave her a chance to see him laugh and see him smile when nothing else could. Do you guys do hear the squeaks now, right? Y'all do hear the squeaks, yes? So, friends, I want to thank you for giving me the gift of your time. That's a thing I take from Jamie. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I enjoy our conversations. All right. I really do. I enjoy our conversations. Sometimes they take some twisted turns and go down some rabbit holes. That's usually Jennifer Spencer's fault. If y'all have noticed, it's usually Jennifer Spencer who does that and sends us off on these wild goose chases. But I enjoy spending time with you. So thank you so very much. All right. We'll see you guys in the morning for the coffee clubbers, for those who enjoy having a cup of coffee and going out and doing all the morning chores. Can't wait to feed sweet Caroline if she's in the mood for a baba. She's just really enjoying her time with eating on other moms right now. And then, of course, we'll take care of our horses, our big birds, our bulls, and have a visit with everybody else. We'll check on our chickens and see how they're doing. All right. So I still have not seen not a one. So I've not seen even a one offer to go eat gumbo with me. So, oh, don't worry. We got plenty of Meet the Morrows coming up. Meet the Morrow. We got a plenty, y'all. We got so many Meet the Morrow meetings coming up. I'm going to be meeting folks left and right, day and night, y'all. There's so many Meet the Morrow coming up. I'm not even going to go there. Okay. Some people, though, y'all, some people are a lot worse than I am. Okay. Some people accuse me of just being horrible, this horrible man. But if y'all not read these comments, y'all know that some people might be a lot worse than I am. Oh, Jamie's here. Has anyone? So that says Jaime, not Jamie, guys. Guys, I'm so sorry. You do it all the time. There's other people named Jamie, or there's Jaime, and every time Jaime or another Jamie, spelled Jamie, says hi, everyone starts saying Jamie's here, Jamie's here, Jamie's here. That's Jaime, y'all. That's Jaime. That's Jaime. Look. I'm going to show y'all. Okay, hold on. Don't go anywhere, Jaime. Oh, my God. I done lost it, Jaime. Gosh darn it. Jaime goes, I'm Jaime. Jaime just says, I'm Jaime. Where did it go? Gosh darn it. That was so cute, Jaime. Oh, that is a Jamie. Well, I'm sorry. It's not spelled the way. I thought it said Jaime. I'm sorry. I thought it said Jaime. Jamie. There. So it's Jamie. Say it right, y'all. Say it right. Jamie is here. But it's not the Jamie that I thought it was. But there's nothing wrong with you, sweet Jamie. And I'm sorry for calling you Jaime. Okay, I just didn't see it very well. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, if Jamie, Jami, is here, I don't see her. And then someone else goes, from Suits to Boots is here, Lester, in all caps. Well, I don't see Suits to Boots neither. If she was here, she would say something, wouldn't she? If she was here, she would say something. And she's not saying anything. So maybe she peeked in just to see what's going on, and she's already back out. Hold on. Oh, boy. I think that might be her. From Suits to Boots. He needs new glasses. No, Jamie. The comments are flying by. Anyway, everyone keeps talking about something about you and this plumber going around and around your yard looking through the bushes. I'm like really taken back, not sure what's going on. I had no idea what's happening, but supposedly an ex-boyfriend or something. And everyone keeps talking about it. I'm trying to like, hey, guys, listen. I have 100% complete faith that there would never be any weird hanky-panky out with Jamie and the plumber. That's weird. And that would never happen. And they're all saying, Lord, Lord, Lester, he's just oblivious. Lester's just so oblivious to everything. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Well, hey, I think I'll just let you all go now before I get myself in any more trouble, okay? She's meeting him again tomorrow. Great. She's meeting him again tomorrow. That's just great. That's just great. I guess we're going to talk about old times. That was funny. All right, guys. Well, really, I really will let you go. Thank you so much for the sweet gifts for the dogs and the things for me, the little measuring cup for Caroline. And we're just so very blessed to have you. Someone says that Jamie made him cry years ago. Now, I'm going to tell you something about a woman making a man cry. Women, I don't think that all men get the message, but I'm going to tell you something, and you should probably hear me. My mom was the first one to share this message with me and my brother Dan. My mom said it a little bit differently than the way it's been said, you know, that now that I've got a little bit older. But if you're a man and you ever find yourself being left by a woman has decided to leave you, you have to understand one thing, that she's not leaving you, or that act of leaving you did not just happen. In fact, she's already left you here and here a long, long time ago. See, women do not have the capacity to up and leave the way a man sometimes does. Women don't. Women have to leave here and here. And women will leave here and here a long time before they ever physically leave you. And so if a woman ever leaves you, man, you might as well realize it's too late. It's too late. It doesn't matter if you want to go weird and start stalking her page, start following her stories, start trying to find ways to get her back. She's already gone. So what you have to do is not ever let it get to that point. So, yeah, you men know, because there's no amount of crying, there's no amount of emotion, there's no amount of begging, there's no amount of promises that you can make her to ever reel her back in if she's already left you here. And I mean, and you know what I mean. If she's left you here and she's already made up her mind here, it's over. And too many men don't understand that. So if you ever let it get that bad, man, you ever let it get that far, let it go that far, then it's over. It's really, really over. Because women leave they leave mentally a long time before they ever leave physically. So, well, I don't really know where I was going with that, but my mom always told me and Dan, where I was in high school, and Dan, we went to high school together. You guys know that. We're a couple of years apart, but we found it to where we were both having situations where there were girls that we liked, and these girls were kind of like torn between which guy they wanted to be with. And my mom called us both in at the same time. She goes, She goes, no. She goes, if you're ever with a woman and she can't decide, if she doesn't know 100% that she wants to be with you, and she's having to decide and try to figure out when, she goes, then let her go. You deserve better. You deserve better than to have somebody who doesn't really know exactly what they want. So my mom made me and Dan learn to value ourselves and not to allow women just to lead us along until, because if they're having wishy-washy thoughts now, then those wishy-washy thoughts will continue, and eventually she'll find the one that gives her more of what she needs in a man. So you never sit there and wait while she tries to figure it out. And you never try to help her make her decision by making her promises. If she wants you, she wants you. And if she doesn't, then move on. Don't waste a minute. If you're going to waste time, go to the gym. Get yourself into shape. Find a way to better yourself. Take care of your finances. Get your job right. Get your head right. Get your body back in shape. Where's all this coming from? Where's all this coming from? I don't know. So anyway, it's late, guys. Y'all go to bed. We love you so much. Blessed to have you. And we will see you guys in the morning, okay? Any gumbo people, let me know. I'm still down for gumbo, but I'm not going there alone. Okay. Good night. Oh, where's my song?
About that time when the sun peeks through, grab your coffee, we got a story for you. It's roll call time, so don't be late. Lester's got muffins and a whole lot to say. It's Longhorn Lester's. Pull up a seat where cows get treats and life is sweet. If you janks it up, don't be concerned, it ain't broke, it's just borrowed. You'll learn. He'll talk to a donkey like an old-time friend and tell you a tale that might never end. But mind your manners, his kitchen, his cooking. If you don't like it, well, you can get to stepping. Longhorn Lester, he's all heart and charm, in a side-by-side with open arms. The work and the laughs, they never end, 'cause everything is funner and gooder with friends. Up every roll call that starts, he's a ranching soul with a big tender heart. And if you're lucky enough to tune in each day, you'll see how to live the Longhorn Lester way.